This question is for Zach. What if you dropped a bowling ball in the Mariana Trench? Not into a pool, not off a pier, but into the deepest place on Earth, 7 miles down. A wound in the planet, so deep that if you placed Mount Everest inside, its peak would still drown beneath a mile of water. You're standing on the deck of a research vessel. The ocean below looks calm, peaceful, but beneath you, it's a world we barely understand. And you're about to drop a 15-pound bowling ball into it. What happens next isn't as simple as it sinks. Imagine you hold the bowling ball over the railing. Dense, solid, smooth. You let go. It hits the surface with a splash and instantly disappears. No dramatic slow fall, no floating, just gravity taking over. At first, it sinks fast. Bowling balls are made from dense resin or urethane, sometimes with a solid core inside. They're much heavier than seawater, so they plunge. 10 meters, 50, 100. Light fades quickly. By 200 meters, the ocean is dim and blue. By 1,000 meters, it's nearly black. The ball keeps falling. But here's where things get interesting. As it sinks deeper, the pressure rises. Not a little, not gradually, violently. For every 10 meters down, pressure increases by 1 atmosphere. At the bottom of the Mariana Trench, nearly 11,000 meters deep, the pressure is over 1,000 times what you feel at sea level. That's like having 50 jumbo jets pressing down on your body. Now imagine that force squeezing the bowling ball from every direction. Would it explode? No. It's solid, compact. Unlike a hollow object, there's no large pocket of air inside to crush. But if there are tiny air bubbles trapped within the material microscopic flaws, the pressure will find them, and it will compress them to almost nothing. The ball shrinks, not visibly, not dramatically, but measurably. The deeper it falls, the more the ocean tries to erase every bit of empty space inside it. Meanwhile, it's accelerating. Gravity pulls it down. Water resistance pushes back. Eventually, it reaches terminal velocity, maybe around 20 to 30 miles per hour underwater. And then, after about an hour of sinking through eternal darkness, it reaches the bottom. Impact, but not a loud crash, more like a muted thud into thick, ancient sediment. The seafloor of the Mariana Trench isn't rock like you might imagine. It's soft, silty, a fine layer of marine snow-dead plankton, microscopic shells, particles that have drifted down for thousands of years. Your bowling ball punches into it, displacing sediment that hasn't been disturbed in centuries. A slow-motion dust cloud rises, then settles, and just like that, the bowling ball becomes part of the deepest ecosystem on Earth. But this is where the story shifts, because the Mariana Trench isn't empty. It's alive. Down there are amphipods the size of your hand, strange, translucent fish, microbes that survive without sunlight, feeding on chemicals from the Earth itself. They've evolved for crushing pressure, for total darkness, for cold so constant it never changes. Your bowling ball? It doesn't belong. Over time, bacteria begin colonizing its surface. Minerals in the seawater start to coat it. If it has metal components, corrosion begins slowly, patiently. Years pass, decades. The ball sits there in silence, a human object in a place that has never needed humans. And here's the haunting part. Long after cities crumble, long after languages change, long after we're gone, that bowling ball might still be there, resting in the trench, a tiny fingerprint of civilization in the deepest scar of the planet. But let's zoom out, because dropping a bowling ball into the Mariana Trench doesn't create a splash heard around the world. It doesn't trigger earthquakes. It doesn't cause tsunamis. The ocean is too vast, too powerful, too indifferent. Your 1 5-pound object is nothing compared to the weight of trillions of tons of water above it. And that's the real realization. We think of the trench as fragile, mysterious, extreme, but it is unimaginably strong. It can crush submarines, shatter steel, bend titanium, and yet it absorbs your bowling ball without drama, without resistance, without even noticing. So what if you dropped a bowling ball in the Mariana Trench? It would fall for an hour through total darkness, be squeezed by pressures beyond human tolerance, settle into ancient sediment, and vanish from our world forever. No explosion, no spectacle, just silence. Because in the deepest place on Earth, human things don't make a statement, they disappear.